There exists a truth so powerful, so ancient, that it has been guarded for centuries. The quantum key is that truth, the force that bends reality, shapes destiny, and transforms thoughts into matter. As you listen, you will unlock the hidden laws that govern all creation. The Quantum Key. Introduction. The universe holds secrets far greater than mortal minds have dared to dream. Within these chapters lies a truth so potent, so transformative, that it has been guarded by sages and masters since time immemorial. This knowledge was not meant to remain hidden forever. It awaited the right moment and the right consciousness to be revealed. You have been drawn to this wisdom by forces beyond mere coincidence. The very fact that these words now rest before your eyes speaks to a cosmic alignment, a divine appointment set in motion long before you drew your first breath. For in every age, there are those who are called to awaken to their true power, to step into the fullness of their divine birthright. The quantum key is not simply another teaching or philosophy. It is the foundational principle upon which all of creation rests. It is the force that shapes galaxies and guides the flight of butterflies, the power that transforms seeds into forests and thoughts into reality. This principle has been known by many names throughout history, whispered in temples and encoded in sacred texts, but its essence remains unchanged and eternal. This knowledge comes with both promise and responsibility. For once you understand the true nature of reality, how thoughts shape matter, how consciousness creates circumstance, and how intention bends the very fabric of the universe, you can never return to unconscious living. You become a conscious creator, a wielder of the very forces that shape existence itself. The path before you is one of transformation. Each revelation within these chapters will strip away another layer of limitation, another veil of illusion that has kept you bound to old patterns and false beliefs. You stand at the threshold of a new understanding, where the impossible becomes probable, and probability transforms into certainty. The ancient masters knew this truth. Reality is not fixed, but fluid, responsive to consciousness itself. Through the quantum key, you will learn to harness this fluidity, to shape your experience with the precision of a master artist and the power of a universal force. Part 1. The Awakening. Remembering the Lost Power Within. Chapter 1. The Universal Blueprint. In a quiet village among ancient hills, there lived a clockmaker named Walter, whose weathered hands held wisdom far beyond the craft of timepieces. His workshop, filled with the gentle rhythm of ticking mechanisms, became a sanctuary of hidden knowledge for his young apprentice. "Watch carefully," Walter would say, adjusting the delicate gears with practiced precision. Each wheel, each spring, each tiny component moves in perfect harmony with the others. Nothing in this clock is random or without purpose. His eyes held a knowing glint as he spoke these words, for he understood a truth that transcended the mere mechanics before them. The universe itself operates with this same exquisite precision. Just as Walter's clocks follow unchanging laws of mechanics, your life moves according to cosmic principles that never fail. Every thought you harbor, every emotion you nurture, every belief you hold creates ripples in the fabric of existence. These ripples align with an unseen framework, the divine blueprint that governs all creation. In a distant city, an aging scholar named Everett discovered this truth through different means. While studying in an ancient library, he uncovered a manuscript whose chapters seemed to shimmer with otherworldly wisdom. As he read, recognition dawned in his heart. The manuscript spoke of his own life, his choices, his circumstances. Each page revealed how his thoughts and beliefs had shaped his reality, though he had been unaware of wielding such power. The blueprint responds to three elements working in concert: the mind that envisions, the heart that believes, and the voice that declares. When you bring these three forces into alignment, reality itself begins to shift. You need not plead with the universe or hope for a chance to favor you. You need only understand and apply the laws that have governed creation since time immemorial. To begin working with this power, take up your pen each evening as the sun sets. Write your desires not as wishes or hopes, but as present reality. Speak, "I am grateful now that," and complete the statement with absolute conviction. Feel the truth of your words in your heart, see their manifestation in your mind, and let your voice carry the authority of one who commands rather than requests. The blueprint of reality awaits your conscious direction. This practice, simple yet powerful, aligns you with the cosmic mechanics that shape all existence. Just as Walter's clocks respond to the laws of physics, your reality responds to the laws of consciousness. The time has come to step into your role as a conscious creator within the grand design. Chapter 2. The God Perspective. In the depths of night, Joseph's fingers traced the world around him, reading its secrets through touch alone. Though his eyes had never known light, his understanding of reality surpassed those who relied solely on sight. Through years of necessity, he had learned to perceive the world as energy, as vibration, as essence rather than form. When the healer appeared before him, offering a choice between ordinary sight and transcendent vision, Joseph's response emerged from profound wisdom. "I have never seen the world as others do, and perhaps that is my greatest blessing, for I have learned to see with the eyes of the soul." You too stand at this crossroads of perception. The world you observe with physical eyes shows only the final manifestation, the outer shell of a deeper reality. But beneath this surface lies the quantum field of infinite possibility, where all things exist in potential before taking form. To command reality, you must first learn to perceive as Joseph did, not with the limited vision of the physical eyes, but with the unlimited sight of consciousness itself. When you look at a challenge, do not fixate on its apparent solidity. Instead, sense the malleable energy beneath its surface, waiting to be reshaped by your awareness. In a laboratory across the city, Martin stood transfixed before his instruments, witnessing something that challenged everything he thought he knew. The particles in his experiment responded to the mere act of observation, shifting their behavior under his gaze. What he had stumbled upon was the observer effect, the fundamental truth that consciousness shapes reality. This is not metaphor or philosophy. It is the very mechanism by which the universe operates. The moment you truly grasp this principle, your relationship with reality transforms. You begin to understand that what appears out there is intimately connected to what exists in here. Your consciousness is not separate from the reality it perceives. It is the very force that shapes it. To see as the universe sees is to recognize that all possibilities exist simultaneously in the quantum field, waiting for your consciousness to select and manifest them. Every limitation you perceive exists only because you have learned to see it. When you shift your perception, you alter the very fabric of your experience. Practice. Close your eyes and allow your awareness to expand beyond physical sight. Feel the energy field around you, vibrating with potential. Notice how your attention affects what you perceive. As you practice this regularly, you will begin to see through the eyes of creation itself, recognizing your role as both observer and creator of your reality. Chapter 3. The Secret Language of the Universe. In the depths of winter, Eleanor sat in her candle-lit study, unaware that she was about to unlock one of existence's most potent mysteries. Her pen moved across the page, guided by something beyond conscious thought. The words she wrote that night, "I am surrounded by infinite abundance," seemed to shimmer on the page, resonating with an energy she had never before noticed. You too hold this power, though perhaps you have not yet recognized it. Your words are not mere expressions of thought. They are creative forces, sending ripples through the quantum field of all possibility. Each syllable you speak carries a frequency that shapes the very substance of your reality. The ancient masters understood this profound truth. They knew that language was given not for idle chatter, but as a tool of creation. When they spoke, their words carried the weight of absolute certainty, the vibration of unwavering faith. They never diluted their creative power with phrases of doubt or limitation. In a marketplace far from home, Henry stood among traders and travelers, hearing what seemed to him a nonsensical chant. The sound filled the air, not loud, but penetrating. His logical mind dismissed it as superstition until he witnessed the elderly merchant's goods multiply before his eyes, appearing as if drawn from thin air. In that moment, Henry understood that he had been wielding a power he never knew he possessed, but using it unconsciously, often against his own desires. The universe responds not to what you say, but to the energetic signature of your words. When you speak of lack, you emanate the frequency of absence. When you voice doubt, you broadcast uncertainty into the field of infinite possibility. But when you align your speech with the language of abundance, you tune yourself to the frequency of manifestation. Your words are seeds planted in the fertile soil of creation. Each time you speak, you are programming the universe's response. The power lies not in the words themselves, but in the energy they carry, the feeling tone that resonates through your entire being as you speak them. Practice. For 7 days, speak only in terms of completion and abundance. Replace I want with I have, I will with I am. Let your words carry the vibration of already received blessings. Strike phrases of lack, limitation, and doubt from your vocabulary. Notice how reality begins to align with your new frequency. Chapter 4. Your Hidden Portal to Limitless Reality. In the heart of an ancient forest where shadows dance with whispers of forgotten wisdom, young Nathaniel stumbled upon a truth that has eluded even the wisest sages. Among twisted roots and moss-covered stones, he discovered a door, not of wood or metal, but of pure possibility. It appeared only when his heart knew, without doubt, that it would be there. You possess this same power, though perhaps you have forgotten. Your subconscious mind is the gatekeeper between the world of thought and the realm of physical manifestation. It stands ever vigilant, transforming your deepest beliefs into tangible reality with unwavering precision. Think of your subconscious as a garden where every thought takes root. It does not discriminate between flowers and weeds. It nurtures whatever you plant within its fertile soil. The thoughts you feed it become the reality you experience as surely as night follows day. In a remote monastery high in mist-shrouded mountains, Silas watched in amazement as monks walked across burning coals, their bare feet untouched by flames. Their secret lay not in any external protection, but in the absolute conviction programmed into their subconscious minds. They had erased all doubt, all fear, all belief in limitation. The door you seek has always been there, waiting. Your subconscious mind holds the key, ready to unlock whatever reality you command it to create. But it responds only to absolute certainty, the kind that requires no proof, no evidence, no external validation. The ancient ones understood this profound mechanism. They knew that the subconscious accepts whatever you impress upon it with sufficient feeling and repetition. They treated their minds as sacred temples, allowing only those thoughts that aligned with their desired reality to take root. Practice. Each night, as you drift between wakefulness and sleep, when the conscious mind grows quiet and the subconscious lies open and receptive, perform this ritual. Lie still and visualize yourself standing before your own door of possibility. Feel the texture of its surface beneath your fingers. Know, with unshakable certainty, that as you turn the handle, you step into the reality you have chosen. Repeat your chosen truth 3 times, infusing each word with the feeling of absolute knowing. Let this be the last thought that fills your mind as you drift into sleep, allowing it to sink deep into the fertile soil of your subconscious. Chapter 5. Mastering the Quantum Field. Theodore stood in his laboratory surrounded by equations and instruments that measured the invisible. For decades he had peered into the quantum realm, documenting how particles seemed to exist in multiple states until observed. Yet he had never questioned why. Until that fateful evening when an enigmatic figure appeared at his door, asking the question that would shatter his understanding of reality. You too stand at this threshold of understanding. The quantum field that Theodore studied is not abstract theory. It is the living matrix of all possibilities, the substance from which your reality emerges. This field responds to consciousness itself, shaping and reshaping according to your expectations, beliefs, and focused attention. When you truly grasp this truth, you will understand that circumstances do not create your reality. Your interaction with the field does. Every thought you hold, every emotion you nurture, every belief you maintain sends ripples through this cosmic ocean of potential, determining what will manifest in your physical experience. The ancient wisdom keepers understood this profound mechanism. They knew that creation begins in the unseen realm before it emerges into the visible. They did not waste energy trying to manipulate external conditions. Instead, they worked directly with the field itself, knowing that physical reality would inevitably follow. Franklin, the sculptor, demonstrates this universal principle each time he approaches a block of marble. Before his chisel touches stone, the finished masterpiece exists completely in his mind. He sees it, feels it, knows it, and through this knowing guides matter to match his vision. You are doing the same, though perhaps without awareness. Every moment your thoughts and feelings are instructing the field, drawing forth experiences that match your inner blueprint. The universe does not question your commands. It does not judge whether what you desire is possible or impossible. It simply responds with perfect precision to the patterns you imprint upon it. You are not separate from this field. You are it, expressing itself in human form. Practice. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and allow your awareness to expand beyond your physical body. Feel the living energy of the quantum field surrounding and permeating you. Now, select one desire and bring it into focus. Rather than yearning for it as something distant, feel it as present reality. Experience every detail, the sights, sounds, sensations, and emotions of having your desire fulfilled. Maintain this state for several minutes, knowing that you are literally programming the field of all possibilities. Do this daily, with unwavering faith in the field's response. Chapter 6. The Divine Command. In a small chapel bathed in morning light, Edwin watches as an elderly woman approaches the altar. Her steps are slow but purposeful, her presence commanding attention without seeking it. She speaks not with the hesitation of request, but with the authority of one who knows the universal laws. You too possess this power, though you may have forgotten. Your words are not mere expressions of thought. They are instruments of creation itself. When you speak, you are wielding the same force that brought worlds into being. The universe does not respond to pleas or wishes. It responds to commands issued from unshakable knowing. The ancient masters understood that speech carries creative force. They knew that each word uttered sets in motion waves of energy that shape the fabric of reality. This is why they spoke with measured precision, never allowing their tongue to betray their desires with words of doubt or lack. Howard, the merchant, discovered this truth through an unusual gift, a leather-bound volume containing a single phrase repeated on every page. At first, he dismissed it as nonsense, but one evening, in the solitude of his study, he spoke the words aloud. In that moment, he felt the air around him change, as if the universe itself had paused to listen and respond. Your words are seeds planted in the fertile soil of infinite possibility. Each time you speak, you are programming the matrix of creation. The universe does not distinguish between casual conversation and intentional decree. It responds to all with equal faithfulness. This is why masters of manifestation guard their speech as carefully as they guard their thoughts. When you declare, "I am," the universe moves to make it so. When you proclaim, "It is done," creation itself begins to align with your command. There is no need for repetition or pleading. One word spoken with absolute certainty carries more power than 1,000 spoken in doubt. Practice. Stand before a mirror at sunrise or sunset, when the veil between intention and manifestation is thinnest. Look deeply into your own eyes, those windows to your infinite soul, and speak your desires as accomplished facts. Do not say, "I want" or "I will." Speak only in the present tense of absolute completion. I am. It is. I have. Feel each word resonate through your being, rippling outward like waves upon the cosmic sea. Let your voice carry the quiet authority of one who knows their own power. Speak with such conviction that the very air around you seems to vibrate with the truth of your declaration. Your reflection becomes both witness and participant in this sacred act of creation. Do this daily, letting each word carry the weight of absolute knowing, and watch as the universe conspires to match your inner certainty with outer reality. Remember, the mirror reflects not just your physical form, but the creator you truly are. Chapter 7. The Hidden Formula of Manifestation. In the dusty halls of an ancient library, Bernard traced mathematical equations across parchment, seeking patterns in the chaos of existence. His fingers, weathered by decades of calculation, trembled as he unrolled a scroll hidden behind volumes of forgotten wisdom. Within its yellowed chapters lay not mere numbers, but the very mathematics of creation itself. You now stand where Bernard stood, at the threshold of understanding that manifestation is not mysterious. It follows precise, unchanging laws. Just as water must boil at a specific temperature, reality must bend to this divine equation when properly applied. The universe operates through exact formulas, waiting for those who would master them. The equation reveals itself with elegant simplicity. Thought combined with emotion generates vibration. This vibration, when sustained by unwavering belief, transforms into command. When command meets expectation, the knowing that what you desire is already yours, manifestation becomes inevitable. This is not theory, but cosmic mathematics, as certain as gravity itself. George, tending his small plot of land, understood this truth without knowing its mathematical expression. Each morning, he would kneel beside a single seed, speaking to it with complete certainty of its future abundance. The villagers saw only a man talking to dirt, but George felt the equation at work, his thoughts charged with emotion, his words vibrating with belief, his expectation absolute. As his crop flourished beyond natural explanation, he demonstrated the formula's power without ever writing a single number. You hold this same equation within you. When you align your thoughts with pure emotion, you create a vibration that the universe must answer. When you fortify this vibration with unshakable belief, you issue a command to the cosmic forces. When you add the final component, absolute expectation, you complete the formula that makes manifestation inevitable. Practice. Take 3 fresh chapters in your journal, creating sacred space for your cosmic contract with the universe. On the first page, write your desire with complete clarity and precision, leaving no room for doubt or ambiguity in your intention. On the second page, immerse yourself fully in the emotions you would experience when this desire manifests. Feel the joy, gratitude, and absolute certainty as if it has already come to pass. On the third page, write in bold, confident letters, "This or something greater now manifests through divine law." Sign and date it as you would a binding agreement with the infinite forces that shape reality. Each morning as the sun rises and each evening as it sets, hold these chapters in your hands, close your eyes, and feel the equation balancing itself into perfect manifestation. Let your entire being resonate with the knowledge that universal forces are already at work, bringing your desire into physical form through this sacred formula. Chapter 8. Unlocking the Quantum Key. In the heart of a mountain village, Wallace's forge rang with the sound of desperate strikes against an ancient chest. Day after day, his hammer fell upon locks that would not yield, his determination fueled by whispers of infinite riches within. For years, the chest mocked him, while the key that could open it lay forgotten in his own pocket. You, like Wallace, have sought the power of creation in places beyond yourself. You have searched in sacred texts, in distant temples, in the words of others, never realizing that what you seek has been within you all along. The quantum key is not hidden in mountain caves or guarded by mystic orders. It is woven into the very fabric of your being, waiting only for recognition. Those who grasp this truth walk the earth differently. They do not petition the universe for favors or wait for external forces to shape their destiny. They understand that they are the universe expressing itself in human form. Every power that moves the cosmos flows through their consciousness. Every law that governs creation operates through their intention. The illusion of separation has been a great deception. You have believed yourself to be apart from the power you seek, when in truth, you are that power incarnate. The universe does not grant your wishes. It responds to your commands because you are its voice speaking. Your thoughts are not merely thoughts. They are the universe thinking through you. Your desires are not merely wants. They are creation itself seeking expression through your awareness. Elias discovered this truth while poring over ancient manuscripts. The words that transformed his understanding were simple. You do not need to find the power. You need only remove the illusion that you do not have it. In that moment, years of philosophical seeking collapsed into a single revelation. He had been searching for what he already was. Now, you stand at the same threshold of understanding. The key you have been seeking is your own divine nature. The power you have been pursuing is your own consciousness. The authority you have been waiting to receive has been yours since the first breath of creation. Practice. Sit in absolute stillness for 20 minutes. Place your hand upon your heart and speak these words. I am not separate from the power of creation. I am that power expressing itself through this form. I reclaim my divine authority now. Let this truth sink deeply into your being until you feel the shift from seeker to knower, from petitioner to creator. Chapter 9. Releasing Resistance. In the depths of a rushing river, Harrison battles against the current, his muscles straining with each desperate movement. His nets remain empty, his energy depleting with every passing moment. From the riverbank, an elder watches his struggle, wisdom etched in the lines of his weathered face. Stop fighting, the elder calls out. Let the river carry you. You too have been fighting against the very forces designed to bring you what you seek. Like Harrison, you exhaust yourself trying to control the how and when of manifestation, not realizing that your resistance creates the very struggle you wish to avoid. The universe moves with perfect precision, carrying your desires to you through channels you cannot see and ways you cannot predict. When Harrison finally surrenders to the river's flow, his body relaxes, and the current guides him exactly where he needs to be. The fish that eluded him now fill his nets effortlessly. This is the way of creation. What you resist persists. What you embrace flows. Vincent's story mirrors this truth. His grip on his failing business grew tighter as his fortunes declined. Each day he fought against change, refusing to see that his resistance was blocking the very prosperity he sought. Only when he finally opened his hands did abundance return, flowing through unexpected channels he could never have planned. The masters of old understood this principle well. They did not chase their desires or force their will upon the universe. Instead, they issued their command with certainty and then released all attachment to the method of its fulfillment. They knew that doubt, fear, and the need for control are the great blockers of manifestation. Your role is not to manage every detail of creation. It is to command with clarity and then step aside, allowing the infinite intelligence of the universe to arrange the perfect circumstances for your desire's fulfillment. Like water flowing downhill, manifestation follows the path of least resistance. Practice. Find a peaceful sanctuary where you won't be disturbed and select an object that holds meaning for you. Perhaps a cherished coin passed down through generations, a sparkling crystal that catches the light, or any treasured item that speaks to your heart. Hold this precious thing in your cupped hands, taking time to truly experience its presence. Feel its weight pressing against your skin, its texture beneath your fingertips, the energy it carries. Now, with deliberate slowness, open your hands and allow the object to fall onto a soft cloth you've placed below. As it descends through the air, speak these words with quiet certainty. I now release all resistance to my good. I trust the universe to bring my desires to me in perfect ways. Watch how the object lands, knowing that just as it finds its natural resting place, so too will your desires manifest in their perfect form and timing. Practice this ritual daily, choosing a different object each time, perhaps a ring one day, a smooth stone the next, then a cherished photograph. Continue until the act of letting go becomes as effortless and natural as drawing breath, until release flows through you like water seeking its course to the sea. In time, you will find that your spirit has learned the sacred art of trust, and manifestation flows more freely into your life. Chapter 10. The One Shift That Changes Everything. In the quiet hours before dawn, Margaret sits before her empty canvas, brushes untouched beside her. For years she had chased recognition, pushed for success, and struggled for acclaim. But this morning, something within her shifts. I will no longer chase. I will allow it. These words, spoken with quiet certainty, mark the moment everything changes. You see, the universe responds not to what you want, but to what you are. When you chase, you affirm the absence of your desire. When you allow it, you acknowledge its presence. This is the secret that transforms manifestation from effort to inevitability. Margaret begins to move through her days as if success has already embraced her. She paints not to prove herself, but because she is an accomplished artist. She speaks not of hopes, but of certainties. Within weeks, galleries begin calling. Collectors discover her work. The very recognition she had pursued now pursues her. This is the single shift that separates those who struggle from those who succeed, the movement from wanting to begin. Most spend their lives reaching for their dreams, unaware that this very reaching pushes them away. The masters of manifestation understand that reality mirrors consciousness. They do not wish for outcomes. They assume them. Gerald, a banker who began with empty pockets, embodies this truth. While his colleagues anxiously track the markets, he carries himself with the quiet confidence of the wealthy. He does not hope for prosperity. He knows it as his natural state. His decisions flow from this knowing. His actions align with this truth. Within a year, his fortune multiplied tenfold, not because he chased wealth, but because he became it. The power to transform your reality lies in this simple understanding. Stop hoping. Stop waiting. Decide. The universe does not respond to what you desire. It responds to what you are. When you shift from wanting to being, from pursuing to allowing, reality has no choice but to reflect this change. Practice. The embodiment. Each morning before the world awakens, sit in perfect stillness. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel yourself already being who you are meant to be, having what you are meant to have. Do not imagine it as a future state. Know it as your present reality. Move through your day from this knowing. Speak, think, and act not as one who wants, but as one who is. This is not pretense. It is the highest form of truth. For in the realm of spirit, where all creation begins, you already are everything you seek to become. Part 2. The activation. Unlocking the hidden code of creation. Chapter 11. Commanding reality with words. You have discovered one of the most potent secrets of creation, the power held within your words. Each syllable you speak sends ripples through the fabric of reality, commanding the universe to align with your declarations. In a small classroom, Lawrence stands before his students, unaware that he wields the ancient power of creation through his daily interactions. When he tells young Michael, "You are brilliant at mathematics," the boy's eyes light up, and within weeks, his grades transform. But when he carelessly labels Sarah as struggling with reading, her confidence dims, and her performance follows. Through this simple observation, Lawrence stumbles upon a truth that mystics have known for millennia. Your words are not mere expressions of thought. They are instructions to the universe. Every declaration you make becomes a blueprint for reality. When you speak of lack, the universe manifests scarcity. When you proclaim abundance, prosperity flows. This is not metaphor or wishful thinking. It is cosmic law. Gregory, a musician playing in empty venues, intuitively grasps this truth. Each morning, he stands before his mirror and speaks with unwavering certainty. I am a celebrated artist. My music touches millions. Venues sell out months in advance. At first, nothing changes in his external world, but the universe has heard his commands, and slowly reality begins to bend to match his declarations. The secret lies not in the words themselves, but in the certainty behind them. When you speak as if your desires are already manifest, you align yourself with the creative force of the universe. Most people dilute their power with phrases like, I hope, I wish, or maybe someday. These are not commands. They are admissions of doubt. Practice the morning decree. As the sun rises each day, stand in solitude before the dawn's golden light. Speak your truth with the authority of one who knows it is already done, letting each word resonate with the power of absolute certainty. Do not say, I will be successful. Declare, I am successful. Do not hope for abundance. Proclaim, wealth flows to me naturally and continuously. Do not whisper wishes into the void. Command your reality into being with unwavering conviction. Speak only in the language of completion, of certainty, of now. Let your words carry the weight of absolute knowing, for they are seeds planted in fertile cosmic soil. Feel the vibration of each declaration in your very bones, knowing that in the realm of spirit, where all creation begins, Your words are already manifest reality. The universe responds not to what you wish for, but to what you proclaim with unshakable faith. Chapter 12. The Emotion Amplifier. Within the depths of your being lies a force more potent than any spoken word or written decree, the power of emotion. This truth unveils itself through the journey of Charlotte, a talented actress whose path reveals the hidden key to manifestation. Charlotte stands before the casting director, her lines perfectly memorized, her presence commanding. Yet beneath her polished exterior, doubt gnaws at her heart. Though her words speak of confidence, her energy tells a different story. The universe, ever responsive to the true vibration you emit, aligns with her inner uncertainty. The role passes to another. Years pass before Charlotte discovers what the ancient masters knew. Emotion is the catalyst that transforms thought into reality. Your feelings are the language the universe truly understands. When your heart resonates with the frequency of your desire, creation itself moves to match it. Joseph, a trader drowning in financial worry, makes a remarkable discovery. Though his circumstances remain unchanged, he shifts his emotional state from desperate yearning to profound gratitude. He begins each morning feeling the peace of abundance, the joy of prosperity, the certainty of wealth, not as future possibilities but as present realities. Within weeks, opportunities appear as if summoned by an unseen hand. His accounts begin to grow, his investments flourish, his wealth multiplies. You see, the universe responds not to your words of want, but to your energy of having. When you vibrate at the frequency of abundance, abundance must flow to you. It is law. When you emanate the energy of love, love must find you. When you radiate the feeling of success, success becomes inevitable. The ancient practice of emotional alignment. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, a sacred sanctuary where your inner work can unfold without interruption. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing each breath to carry you deeper into a state of peaceful awareness. Now, think of your deepest desire, not as a distant hope, but as a present reality already woven into the fabric of your existence. Feel the joy of its fulfillment coursing through your body, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Let gratitude fill your heart as though your desire has already manifested, for in the realm of spirit it truly has. Allow this feeling to grow until it becomes your dominant emotional state, until every cell of your being vibrates with the certainty of your blessing. Hold this vibration for several minutes, knowing that as you feel it, you are commanding the universe to match your energy. This is not pretense or mere imagination. It is the actual process of creation, the ancient method by which all things come into being. Your feelings are the mold into which universal substance flows, taking the shape of your inner experience. Chapter 13. The Power of the Present Moment. Time is not what you believe it to be. The ancient scrolls speak of a singular point of creation, the eternal now. Through Eleanor's journey, this timeless wisdom unveils itself, offering you the key to instant manifestation. Eleanor wandered the earth seeking fulfillment, always reaching toward tomorrow, always pushing her dreams into the nebulous future. When I achieve this, when I obtain that. Her words echoed the common error of humanity, the belief that power exists somewhere other than here, sometime other than now. Until one day, beneath the shade of an ancient tree, a sage's words pierced through her illusion. You do not understand time. The only place creation happens is here. At this moment, everything you desire already exists. The universe knows no time. It knows only now. When you push your desires into tomorrow, you ensure they remain forever out of reach. For tomorrow never arrives. It is always now. Bernard, standing before his marble block, received this same wisdom through different words. The statue is already inside. Your job is only to reveal it. His hands trembled as understanding dawned. The masterpiece existed in completion. His task was not to create it, but to align with its presence in the eternal now. You see, manifestation is not a process of time, but of alignment. When you truly grasp this, you will cease the endless chase toward tomorrow. Your desires do not need to be created. They already exist in the infinite field of possibility. Your task is to align with them here, now, in this sacred moment of power. The ancient practice of present power. Seat yourself in stillness and close your eyes. Feel the weight of your body, the rhythm of your breath. This moment, right now, contains all that ever was or will be. Let your awareness expand to fill the present completely. Now, bring to mind your deepest desire, not as a future possibility, but as a current reality unfolding in this very moment. Feel its presence here with you, as real and immediate as your own heartbeat. Do not reach for it. Simply recognize it as already yours, here in the eternal now. Hold this awareness for several minutes, knowing that as you align with the present moment, you align with the very power of creation itself. This is not a practice of future manifestation, but of present recognition. For in truth, everything you seek is already here, waiting only for your awareness to shift into perfect alignment with its presence. Chapter 14. Visualizing as a Quantum Creator. The art of visualization lies not in mere imagination, but in the mastery of inner sight. Let me share with you the tale of Walter, a humble tailor whose understanding of this truth transformed his reality. In a small shop at the edge of town, Walter sat alone each evening after closing, surrounded by empty chairs and silent machines. But in these quiet moments, he did not see what his physical eyes showed him. Instead, he closed his eyes and stepped into another reality, one where his shop hummed with activity, where satisfied customers filled every corner, where the ring of his register sang a constant melody of abundance. He did not simply picture these scenes, he lived them. He felt the warmth of bodies filling his shop, heard the murmur of pleased conversations, smelled the crisp scent of newly pressed fabric, and experienced the satisfaction of counting the day's earnings. Night after night, he immersed himself in this reality until the line between visualization and experience began to blur. Within months, the physical world had no choice but to align with his inner vision. His once empty shop transformed into the thriving business he had so clearly seen and felt in his mind's eye. The universe responds not to what you see with your physical eyes, but to what you perceive with absolute clarity in your mind. This truth was beautifully illustrated by Harold, a blind poet whose inner vision far surpassed the sight of those around him. When a young writer came seeking guidance, Harold shared wisdom that transcended mere technique. "I have never seen the world, yet I know it better than you. I see with the eyes of my soul." You see, your mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a physical one. When you create a scene in your mind with perfect clarity, engaging all your senses, feeling the emotions, living it completely, you are not merely daydreaming. You are issuing a direct command to the universe. The practice of inner sight. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Close your eyes and begin to construct your desired reality in complete detail. See it, hear it, feel it, taste it, smell it. Notice the colors, the textures, the sounds. Feel the emotions that arise when living in this reality. Let your body experience the sensations of having already received what you desire. Maintain this vision until it feels more real than your current circumstances. Practice this daily, knowing that what you see within must manifest without. Chapter 15. Embodying the Wish Fulfilled. Let me share with you a truth that has echoed through the ages, whispered by those who understood the deepest mysteries of creation. In a small town, there lived a dressmaker named Margaret who stumbled upon this wisdom not through books or teachers, but through pure intuition. Each morning, Margaret would enter her modest shop and carry herself as though she were already the most sought-after designer in the region. She spoke to her few customers as if her boutique were filled with prestigious clientele. She arranged her workspace with the careful precision of someone managing a thriving enterprise. She did not pretend. She became. The power of her certainty began to ripple through the fabric of reality. Customers who had never noticed her shop suddenly felt drawn to enter. Word of her exceptional work spread, though she had changed nothing about her craft. Within weeks, her once quiet shop transformed into the bustling center of creativity she had embodied in her being. You see, the universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. When you shift your very essence to align with your desires, reality has no choice but to reflect this truth back to you. The great teacher Neville Goddard revealed this secret. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is the secret of creation. On the docks of this same town, a retired sailor named Elias shared this wisdom with a young boy who doubted his dreams. A captain does not doubt the shore exists just because he cannot yet see it, he said, his eyes reflecting the wisdom of countless voyages. He knows, and in his knowing, he steers true. This is the art of conscious creation, not to hope, not to wish, not to wait, but to be. Every master who has walked this earth understood that manifestation is not about future attainment, but present embodiment. They did not speak of their desires as possibilities. They lived as though they were already fulfilled. The practice of being. Stand before a mirror each morning. Observe your posture, your expression, your energy. Now, step fully into the version of you who has already received everything you desire. Feel how this version of you stands, moves, speaks. Let this energy flow through every cell of your being. Carry this presence throughout your day, not as an act, but as your new truth. Speak with the quiet confidence of one who knows their desires are already fulfilled. Move with the grace of one who lives in complete abundance. Make every gesture, every word, every breath a declaration of your knowing. Chapter 16. Sacred Symbols and Reality. Coding. In a forgotten valley, where ancient stones still whisper their secrets, a historian named Thomas made a discovery that would shatter his understanding of reality. As his fingers traced the weathered symbols carved into temple walls, he felt an unmistakable surge of energy course through his body. These were not mere decorative elements. They were commands etched into the fabric of creation itself. You see, the ancients knew what modern minds have forgotten. Reality responds not only to spoken words, but to sacred geometry, to symbols that bypass the conscious mind and speak directly to the universal field. These symbols, when properly understood and wielded, become keys that unlock the doors of manifestation. The universe reads intention in many forms. Just as your thoughts shape reality, so too do the symbols you choose to align with. The geometric patterns that repeat throughout nature, the spiral of galaxies, the hexagonal chambers of honeycomb, the fractals in a snowflake, are not random. They are the language of creation itself. A wandering mystic once shared this wisdom with a merchant whose business teetered on the edge of ruin. Drawing a simple symbol on parchment, the mystic explained that this was not art. It was a command to the universe, a crystallized intention made visible. The merchant, though skeptical, carried the symbol with him. Within days, opportunities began to manifest as if by magic. His fortunes shifted not because the symbol itself held power, but because it focused his intention with laser-like precision. You have been using symbols all your life without realizing their power. Every signature you've written, every mark you've made has sent ripples through the quantum field. Now you will do so with purpose and understanding. The practice of sacred symbols. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Take a blank piece of paper and write out your desire in clear, present tense statements. Cross out all vowels and repeated letters until you're left with a string of unique consonants. Arrange these letters into a single symbol, allowing your intuition to guide the design. As you draw the final symbol, feel the energy of your intention flowing through your hand and into the mark. This is not mere ink on paper. It is your command to the universe made manifest. Place this symbol where you will see it daily or carry it with you. Each time you look upon it, feel the reality of your desire as though it were already fulfilled. The symbol serves as a bridge between thought and form, between intention and manifestation. This ancient practice aligns you with the very language of creation itself. The universe will respond not to the symbol's appearance, but to the crystallized intention it represents. Chapter 17. The Silent Command. In the halls of a prestigious university, a psychologist named Robert conducted an experiment that would unveil one of existence's most guarded mysteries. Without uttering a single word, he discovered that his focused thoughts could influence the behavior of those around him. The implications shook the foundations of everything he believed about the nature of consciousness. You must understand, your thoughts do not remain confined within the walls of your mind. They are living forces that ripple outward into the quantum field, touching everything and everyone in their path. The ancient mystics knew this truth. Every thought you hold sends silent commands into the universe, shaping not only your reality, but affecting the world around you. The power of focused intention extends far beyond the boundaries of your physical form. When you truly grasp this principle, you will understand why the great masters spent hours in silent contemplation. They were not merely reflecting. They were actively programming the field of infinite possibility. A musician named Frederick, upon learning this truth, began a simple practice. Each morning, He would sit quietly and project thoughts of pure gratitude toward everyone he knew. He made no outward changes to his behavior, spoke no words of his new practice. Yet within weeks, his entire social world transformed. People began treating him differently. Opportunities appeared seemingly from nowhere, and relationships healed themselves without any external intervention. This is the hidden power you have always possessed but rarely used with conscious intent. The words you speak carry force, but the thoughts you hold in silent certainty may be even more powerful. They travel instantly, unlimited by space or time, affecting the very fabric of reality. The practice of thought transference. Sit in perfect stillness and choose a single outcome you wish to manifest. Close your eyes and see this outcome with crystal clarity in your mind, allowing every detail to become vivid and real within your consciousness. Now, instead of trying to force it into being, simply hold it in your consciousness with unwavering certainty, as though it already exists in its completed form. Feel your thoughts extending outward like invisible waves, carrying your intention into the vast expanse of the universe. Your mind is a transmitter of infinite power, sending forth vibrations that shape the very fabric of reality around you. Do this for 11 minutes each day, maintaining complete focus and certainty, letting go of all doubt and resistance. The universe will begin to respond in ways that may seem miraculous, but are simply the natural result of properly directed thought. For this is the ancient law that has guided masters and mystics throughout the ages. As you practice, you will discover that your thoughts possess a magnetic quality, drawing to you the very circumstances and opportunities needed for your vision to manifest. Chapter 18. The Letting Go Code. A merchant named Harvey stood at the edge of ruin, his hands gripping the ledgers of his failing business so tightly his knuckles turned white. Each day he fought against the inevitable, convinced that without this enterprise, his identity would crumble to dust. His resistance to change had become a prison, though he could not see it. You see, the universe operates through a paradox that few understand. What you chase will forever elude you, while what you release flows to you naturally. Most seekers of abundance create their own barriers, not through lack of effort, but through desperate attachment to specific outcomes. One evening, as Harvey sat amid the wreckage of his dreams, an old friend appeared. Without ceremony or explanation, he offered these words: "Release, and the door will open." Harvey dismissed this wisdom at first, clinging ever tighter to his failing venture. But as the weeks passed, the truth of these words began to work upon his soul like water wearing away stone. In a moment of pure exhaustion, Harvey finally surrendered. He stopped fighting, stopped forcing, stopped trying to control every outcome. And in that space of letting go, something extraordinary happened. A greater opportunity emerged, one that had been waiting patiently for him to create space for its arrival. The ancient masters understood this principle well. They knew that true power comes not from grasping, but from absolute knowing. They did not chase their desires, they simply aligned with them and allowed the universe to arrange the details. This is the art of conscious surrender. A fisherman named Elliot learned this lesson amidst a raging storm. For hours he fought against the waves, each stroke of his oars depleting his strength. Only when exhaustion forced him to stop fighting did he discover that the current had been guiding him to safety all along. His resistance had been the only thing preventing his rescue. The practice of sacred release. Sit in silence and bring to mind something you have been desperately trying to control, perhaps a relationship, a career goal, or a long-held dream that seems just out of reach. Feel the tension in your body associated with this attachment, noticing how it manifests as tightness in your shoulders, a knot in your stomach, or a heaviness in your chest. Now, breathe deeply and say these sacred words with complete surrender. I release my attachment to this outcome, knowing that what is truly mine cannot miss me. Feel the relief flood your body as you let go, as though ancient chains are falling away from your spirit. Notice how your breath becomes easier, your muscles soften, and your mind clears. Repeat this practice whenever you feel yourself gripping too tightly to any person, situation, or desired outcome, trusting that the universe's plan far exceeds your limited vision. Remember that in releasing control, you open yourself to possibilities greater than your mind could conceive. Chapter 19. Quantum Flow. A dancer named Marjorie stands before the mirror, her muscles tense with effort, each movement a battle against herself. You can see the strain in her face, the way she forces each step, trying to command grace through sheer will. This is how most approach the art of creation, through struggle, through force, through the exhausting attempt to control every moment. In this tension, you witness the fundamental misunderstanding that blocks the flow of manifestation. The universe does not operate through force. It moves through harmony, through alignment, through the gentle current of allowing. Marjorie's teacher approaches, her presence calm and centered. She whispers words that hold ancient wisdom. Stop controlling. Let the music move you. In that moment, something shifts. Marjorie's shoulders soften, her breath deepens, and suddenly she is no longer dancing. The dance is moving through her. This is the secret that the masters have guarded through the ages. Flow is not a technique to be mastered, but a natural state to be remembered. When you align with the rhythm of creation, doors open without effort, opportunities appear without struggle, and manifestation unfolds with grace. A carpenter named Gregory demonstrates this truth in his workshop. With furrowed brow and white-knuckled grip, he strikes at a nail repeatedly, missing with each forceful attempt. Frustration builds until, in a moment of surrender, he loosens his hold. The hammer finds its mark effortlessly, the nail sliding home as if guided by an unseen hand. You see, the universe responds not to your effort, but to your alignment. When you enter the flow state, you step into harmony with the natural current of creation. This is where miracles happen, not through forcing, but through allowing. The practice of entering flow. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed and settle into a comfortable position, whether seated or lying down. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, drawing air slowly into your lungs and feeling the tension leave your body with each conscious exhale. Let each breath carry away your worries and resistance. Imagine yourself as a leaf on a gentle river, no longer fighting against the current, but moving in perfect harmony with it. Feel how the water supports you, carries you, guides you effortlessly along your path. Notice the peaceful surrender in this state, the deep trust in the flow of life itself. Now, bring to mind your deepest desire, that which your heart truly yearns for, and instead of pushing toward it with force or desperation, allow it to draw you naturally, like a flower turning toward the sun. Feel the magnetic pull of your desire, knowing that what is meant for you is already moving toward you. Stay in this state of relaxation for several minutes, embracing the profound truth that in this space of flow, manifestation happens naturally and easily. Here, in this sacred space of surrender, you align with the infinite wisdom of the universe, and miracles unfold without effort. Chapter 20. Reading the Signs. You stand at the threshold of understanding, where the silent language of the universe becomes clear. A woman named Beatrice walks through her daily life, at first blind to the whispers around her. Numbers appear with uncanny frequency: 1111 on clocks, 111 on receipts, 1111 on license plates. Faces from her past emerge in unexpected places. Books fall open to exactly the page she needs to read. Yet, like so many, she dismisses these signs as mere coincidence. The universe speaks in patterns, in synchronicities, in the dance of seemingly random events that carry profound meaning. Every coincidence is a message, every repeated symbol a signpost, every unexpected encounter a divine appointment. The ancient mystics understood this sacred dialogue. They read the flight patterns of birds, the arrangement of tea leaves, the whispers of the wind. They knew that external reality mirrors internal creation. When Beatrice encounters an elder in a small bookshop, the woman's eyes hold ancient wisdom. "You are being spoken to," she says simply. "The question is, are you listening?" These words unlock something within Beatrice's awareness. Suddenly, she begins to see, truly see, the language that has always surrounded her. A traveler named Samuel experiences this awakening through a different path. A peculiar symbol catches his eye one morning, a spiral within a circle. He sees it again carved into a tree, then painted on a wall, then formed by birds in flight. Most would ignore such occurrences, but Samuel recognizes the universe's gentle nudge. When he finally follows the direction these signs point toward, he discovers exactly what his heart has been seeking. The dialogue between you and the universe never ceases. Every manifestation sends ripples of confirmation before it fully materializes. These signs are not coincidence, they are correspondence, the universe's way of saying, "Yes, I hear you. Keep going." The practice. Begin a Signs and Synchronicities journal. Each evening, record every unusual occurrence, repeated pattern, or meaningful coincidence you encounter. Note the numbers that appear frequently, the symbols that draw your attention, the chance meetings that feel significant. Write down your initial interpretation of each sign. Over time, patterns will emerge, and you will begin to read the universe's responses as clearly as words on a page. Remember, the universe speaks in whispers before it speaks in manifestations. Those who learn to listen never walk blind. Like footprints in fresh snow, these whispers leave subtle impressions in your daily life. A recurring number that catches your eye, a song that follows you throughout the day, a chance encounter that feels charged with meaning. When you attune yourself to these gentle nudges, you begin to recognize them as the first stirrings of greater things to come. The wise seeker knows that every profound change begins as a quiet murmur in the heart of the universe. Part 3. The Ascension. Commanding Reality with Absolute Certainty. Chapter 21. The Art of Instant Manifestation. In a small workshop filled with the gentle ticking of timepieces, a watchmaker named Henry meticulously adjusts the delicate mechanisms before him. For decades, he has believed that mastery comes only through patient dedication, through countless hours of precise adjustment and careful calibration. Each timepiece takes weeks, sometimes months, to perfect, until the day an ancient craftsman visits his shop. The old master watches Henry work, a knowing smile playing at his lips. "You craft time itself," he says, "yet you do not understand its true nature." He takes a broken watch from his pocket, one that would normally require days to repair, and holds it in his palm. With absolute certainty in his eyes, he simply knows it is whole. The watch begins ticking instantly. Time is not what you have been taught. It is not a river flowing in one direction, but a sea of infinite possibility responding to your consciousness. The great masters did not wait for their desires to manifest. They understood that creation happens in the eternal now. When you truly grasp this truth, you will see that manifestation requires no time at all. It is done the moment you know it is done. Most believe that between desire and manifestation must lie a period of waiting, of process, of becoming. But this is merely programming, a belief system that has been accepted without question. Those who have pierced the veil of illusion understand that instant manifestation is not only possible, it is natural when aligned with absolute knowing. A sailor named Jonathan discovers this truth during a violent storm. As his ship battles towering waves, he remembers the words of an old sea captain. The ocean responds not to time, but to certainty. In that moment, Jonathan stops fighting, stops hoping, stops waiting. He simply knows the sea is calm. The storm dissipates as if it never existed. The practice. Sit in perfect stillness and choose one desire you wish to manifest. Close your eyes and feel the weight of time, all the waiting, all the hoping, all the process you believe must occur. Now, with one breath, release it all. Know with every fiber of your being that what you desire is already done. Not becoming, not approaching, not on its way, but finished, complete, manifested now. Feel the absolute certainty of its completion. Hold this knowing until all sense of waiting dissolves. Open your eyes carrying this timeless certainty. Your manifestation is not approaching through time. It is done in the eternal now. Chapter 22. Unbreakable Certainty. In the dimly lit corners of a prestigious casino, Felix sits at the high-stakes table, his demeanor calm and assured. While others fidget and second-guess, he moves his chips with the serene confidence of one who already knows the outcome. Night after night, he leaves with more than he brought, not through skill or strategy, but through an unshakable knowing. You see, the universe responds not to what you hope for, but to what you know without question. When you examine your own manifestations that have seemed slow or resistant, you will find that doubt lurked beneath the surface of your desires. It is not your wishes that shape reality. It is your certainty. In a bustling hospital ward, Dr. Victor stands before a patient whose condition has baffled his colleagues. Instead of seeing illness, he begins to see health as an absolute fact. He does not hope for recovery or wish for improvement. He simply knows wellness as the only possible outcome. Within days, his patient's vital signs transform, leaving the medical staff in wonder. The secret that separates those who manifest with ease from those who struggle is not their methods or techniques. It is their complete absence of doubt. When you truly understand this, You will see that all your past manifestations came not from your actions, but from your moments of absolute knowing. The practice. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed, a sanctuary where your inner voice can speak clearly. Close your eyes and bring to mind your deepest desire, not as a wish or a want, but as a seed of truth waiting to blossom. Now, notice any trace of doubt, any whisper of maybe, any hint of hopefully. These are the only barriers between you and instant manifestation, the thin veils that separate you from your divine inheritance. Begin to breathe deeply, and with each exhale, release one doubt from your consciousness. Let each breath carry away the shadows of uncertainty until your mind becomes as clear as a mountain stream. Continue until you reach a state of pure knowing, the same knowing you have that the sun will rise tomorrow, that gravity holds you to the earth, that your heart beats without your conscious direction. From this space of absolute certainty, declare your desire as an immutable fact, feeling the truth of it in every cell of your being. Let this knowing permeate your entire existence, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Hold this state for several minutes, allowing no contrary thought to enter, just as you would not question whether water is wet or fire is hot. Your desire simply is as natural and inevitable as the changing of seasons. Open your eyes only when certainty has become your natural state, when doubt feels as foreign as questioning your own name. Repeat this practice daily until doubt becomes a foreign concept in your manifestation process, until your knowing becomes as steady and unwavering as the North Star. Chapter 23. Energy over Matter. In a sterile laboratory filled with gleaming equipment, Edgar adjusts his microscope for the 1,000th time. For 30 years he has studied the building blocks of matter, certain that physical reality holds all the answers. Yet today, as he observes particles responding to consciousness itself, his hands begin to tremble. You stand at the same threshold of understanding that Edgar reached in that moment. The physical world you see around you is not fixed. It is a dance of energy responding to invisible forces. Every solid object, every circumstance, every condition in your life is simply frozen energy awaiting your command to shift. When you attempt to change your reality by manipulating external conditions, you work against the natural order. It is like trying to alter your reflection by touching the mirror. The true masters understand that reality bends from the inside out. They do not fight circumstances. They shift their own energetic frequency and watch as the physical world rearranges itself to match. In a humble forge, young Harold struggles to bend a steel beam through sheer force. His master watches silently, then guides his hands to the flames. Feel the energy within the metal, he instructs. It is not rigid. It is dancing. Join its dance, and it will yield. As Harold attunes to the vibration of the heated steel, it becomes pliable under his touch. This same principle governs all manifestation. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions emit specific frequencies. These frequencies interact with the quantum field, instructing matter how to arrange itself. When you master your internal energy, external reality has no choice but to conform. The practice. Sit in perfect stillness and close your eyes. Breathe deeply until you feel your body relaxing completely. Now, become aware of the energy flowing through you. not as an abstract concept, but as a tangible force you can feel. Begin to sense this energy extending beyond your physical form, interacting with everything around you. Bring to mind a condition you wish to alter in your physical reality. Instead of trying to change it directly, feel yourself shifting to the frequency of your desired outcome. Let this new frequency fill every cell of your being until you vibrate in perfect harmony with what you wish to manifest. Maintain this resonance for several minutes, knowing that as you hold this frequency, physical reality must shift to match it. Open your eyes only when you feel the new frequency has become your natural state. Chapter 24. Aligning with Divine Intelligence. High in the mountains, where ancient cedars touch the clouds, a monk named Silas tends his garden with practiced ease. A weary traveler, exhausted from fighting his way up the steep path, pauses to watch. The monk's movements flow like water, each gesture perfectly timed, yet without apparent thought or planning. You, too, have been climbing your own mountain, struggling against what you perceive as resistance. Yet the universe operates with perfect precision, guided by an intelligence that orchestrates galaxies and atoms with equal mastery. This force does not need your supervision or control. It requires only your alignment. I do not make the trees grow, the stars shine, or the wind blow, Silas tells the traveler. Yet everything happens perfectly. The same force governs you. In these simple words lies a profound truth. The universe knows what it is doing. Those who understand this cease their endless striving. They recognize that trying to control life's unfolding is like trying to control the tide, exhausting and futile. Instead, they learn to move in harmony with the greater flow, allowing divine intelligence to guide their steps. In the valley below, a farmer named Douglas struggles with failing crops until an elder teaches him the ancient wisdom of planting by the moon's phases. At first, he resists this seemingly primitive approach. But when he finally surrenders his modern methods and aligns with nature's rhythm, his harvest doubles. The crops didn't need his forcing. They needed his alignment with their natural cycle. This same principle governs every aspect of creation. When you release the illusion of control and attune yourself to the universe's perfect orchestration, life begins to flow effortlessly. Doors open without pushing, timing becomes perfect without planning, and abundance arrives without struggle. The practice. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Then speak these words with sincere surrender. Divine Intelligence, I release my need to control. I trust in your perfect orchestration. Guide my steps, arrange my circumstances, and show me the way. I surrender my limited understanding to your infinite wisdom. Let all things align for my highest good in your perfect timing. And so it is. Sit in silence for several minutes, allowing yourself to feel supported by this greater wisdom. Let go of any need to figure everything out, and simply rest in the knowing that you are being guided. Chapter 25. Breaking the Illusion of Lack. In the heart of an ancient city, a beggar named Leo spends his days searching the streets for discarded treasures. Each morning, he leaves his humble dwelling, not knowing that beneath its crumbling foundation lies a chest of gold coins, waiting to be discovered. His eyes scan the ground for copper pieces, while wealth beyond measure rests directly beneath his feet. You have been doing the same, searching outside yourself for prosperity while abundance flows endlessly around you. The universe knows no lack, no limitation, no scarcity. Look at nature. It does not count its leaves or measure its raindrops. It simply exists in perpetual abundance, expressing wealth in infinite forms. Those who manifest prosperity with ease understand a fundamental truth. Wealth is not something to pursue, but a frequency to embody. They do not chase money. They align with abundance. The difference is subtle yet profound. When you chase, you affirm the belief that what you seek is separate from you. When you align, you acknowledge that prosperity is your natural state. A tailor named Francis works in the marketplace, his fingers worn from endless stitching. For years, he lives in fear of poverty, carefully counting every coin. Then one day, he makes a simple yet powerful shift. He begins seeing himself as naturally wealthy. He changes nothing in his external actions, yet everything in his internal perception. Within weeks, wealthy patrons seek his services, unexpected opportunities arise, and money flows to him through channels he never imagined possible. The universe responds not to your words or wishes, but to your deepest knowing. When you truly understand that abundance is your birthright, lack becomes impossible. The world must reshape itself to match your consciousness. Practice. The abundance activation. Sit in stillness each morning as the sun rises, allowing its golden rays to bathe you in divine light. Place a single coin in your palm. Any denomination will serve as your sacred token. Close your eyes and feel its weight, its texture, its inherent value. Let your fingertips trace its edges, becoming intimately aware of its presence. Now, imagine this coin multiplying infinitely, filling your entire being with golden light that radiates from your heart center outward. Know with absolute certainty that you are one with the infinite abundance of the universe, for you are made of the same essence as the stars above. Declare with unwavering conviction, I am abundance itself. Wealth flows to me naturally and effortlessly. Every cell of my being resonates with infinite prosperity. Feel these words vibrate through every fiber of your being, transforming your very DNA into a magnet for abundance. Hold this knowing until it becomes your dominant frequency, until doubt dissolves completely in the face of this eternal truth. Do this daily, until abundance becomes your natural state of being, as automatic as breathing. Soon you will find yourself moving through the world as abundance incarnate, naturally drawing prosperity to you like a flower draws the morning dew. Chapter 26. The Ultimate Trust. A captain named Samuel stands at the helm of his ship, his weathered hands resting lightly on the wheel. The stars above shimmer like ancient guides, their light casting silver paths across the dark waters. When fellow sailors question his confidence in navigating these vast waters, he simply smiles and replies, "The sea has never led me wrong. You have been taught that control brings success, that forcing your way forward is the path to achievement. Yet this belief keeps you trapped in struggle, fighting against the very forces that wish to assist you. The universe operates with perfect precision, each moment unfolding exactly as it should. Your resistance only creates turbulence in what would otherwise be a smooth journey. Those who manifest with grace understand a fundamental truth. The universe knows the perfect timing for all things. Just as a flower cannot be forced to bloom before its season, your desires cannot be rushed into manifestation. The paradox that few understand is this: the more you release control, the faster your desires materialize. A pianist named Alexander sits before his instrument, frustrated by his inability to compose. For months, he forces each note, struggling to create the perfect melody. Then one evening, he simply surrenders. He closes his eyes and allows his fingers to move without thought or intention. In that moment of release, music flows through him with such beauty that tears stream down his face. He realizes he was never meant to force the music. He was meant to be its channel. The universe does not require your management. It asks only for your trust, your willingness to be guided. When you release the need to control every detail, you open yourself to possibilities far greater than your mind could conceive. Practice the divine timing alignment. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, a sanctuary where the world's clamor fades away. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing each breath to carry you deeper into stillness. Imagine every concern, every timeline, every expectation as leaves floating on a gentle river. Watch them drift away one by one, carried by the current of divine wisdom. Now, feel the rhythm of the universe pulsing through you like a celestial heartbeat, ancient and eternal. Declare with peaceful certainty, I trust in divine timing. I release all control. The universe guides my path perfectly. Let these words resonate through every cell of your being. Remain in this state of surrender for several minutes, basking in the profound peace that comes with complete acceptance. As you open your eyes, carry this truth with you. You are always held in perfect timing. Practice this daily, preferably at dawn or dusk, when the veils between worlds are thinnest, until trust becomes your natural state, and doubt dissolves like morning mist in the sun. Chapter 27. The Magnetic Money Code. In a bustling marketplace, a shopkeeper named Walter counts his meager earnings at day's end. His shoulders slump with familiar worry until a mysterious figure appears at his door. The wanderer's eyes hold ancient wisdom as he speaks. You believe money must be chased, yet it yearns to flow toward you. You have been taught that wealth requires endless toil, that prosperity demands struggle. This belief keeps you bound to scarcity, blocking the natural flow of abundance. Money is not a limited resource to be fought over. It is pure energy, responding to your inner state. Those who manifest wealth effortlessly understand this truth. Prosperity is not earned through labor, but attracted through alignment. The universe operates on frequencies. When you vibrate in harmony with abundance, wealth naturally gravitates toward you. Most people push against the flow, believing that harder work equals greater rewards. Yet the truly prosperous have discovered a different way. They have learned to resonate with wealth itself. A businessman named Clarence struggles for years, believing his worth is tied to his labor. One day, he realizes his relationship with money is based on fear. He begins treating wealth as a faithful friend rather than an elusive stranger. He relaxes into abundance, knowing it is his natural state. Within months, opportunities flow effortlessly. His wealth multiplies not through increased effort, but through energetic alignment. The secret is this: money responds not to your actions, but to your frequency. When you shift your inner state from lack to abundance, from strain to ease, the universe rearranges itself to match your vibration. The wealthy are not lucky. They simply understand this hidden law. Practice The prosperity frequency attunement. Sit in peaceful solitude, finding a quiet space where you can remain undisturbed. Close your eyes and imagine yourself surrounded by golden light, the pure energy of abundance that has existed since the dawn of creation. Feel wealth flowing toward you as naturally as air fills your lungs, as effortlessly as water flows downstream. See money as a loving force, eager to serve your highest good, a divine energy waiting to express itself through you. Declare with absolute certainty, I am one with the frequency of unlimited prosperity. Wealth flows to me effortlessly and abundantly. Let these words resonate in every cell of your being. Maintain this feeling of easy wealth for several minutes, allowing your consciousness to expand into infinite possibility. Let your entire being resonate with the knowing that prosperity is your natural state, just as it is natural for a flower to bloom or the sun to shine. Feel the truth of abundance coursing through your veins, awakening the ancient memory of your divine inheritance. Chapter 28. Love Relationships and Energy Attraction. A woman named Eleanor sits alone in her garden, tears falling silently as she reads another message of farewell. Her heart aches with familiar emptiness, wondering why love always seems to slip through her fingers. As twilight descends, an elder appears at her gate, his eyes filled with knowing compassion. "You seek love outside," he says gently, "but love is first created within. You have been searching in the wrong direction. The greatest truth about love remains hidden from those who chase it externally. Like a flower seeking sunlight in the shadows of others, you will find only fleeting warmth until you realize you are the sun itself. The universe operates through resonance. Every relationship you attract mirrors your inner state with perfect precision. Those who manifest deep, lasting love have discovered this sacred principle. You must first become what you seek to attract. Love is not found. It is emanated. A man named Victor spends years searching for his perfect match, growing more discouraged with each disappointing encounter. One day, he realizes he has been asking others to give him what he has not yet given himself. He begins cultivating the qualities he desires: tenderness, understanding, devotion. He learns to treat himself with the love he seeks from others. As his inner garden blooms, something shifts in the field around him. Without seeking, without straining, love finds him naturally, drawn to his transformed frequency. The law is absolute. What you are, you attract. Most seek love from a place of lack, wondering why they find only emptiness. But those who understand this principle first fill themselves with love's presence. They become living embodiments of love's qualities, not to attract others, but because they have remembered their true nature. Practice the love frequency alignment. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. This is love's eternal flame, burning within you always. Breathe deeply, allowing each breath to fan this sacred fire. See yourself as love itself, pure and complete. You are not seeking love. You are love expressing itself in human form. Feel this truth in every cell of your being. Let love fill you completely, radiating from your heart center like golden light. Embrace yourself with total acceptance, total appreciation, total devotion. Declare silently, I am the love I seek. I am complete within myself. Perfect love flows through me as me. Maintain this state of inner fullness, knowing that as you vibrate at love's highest frequency, you naturally draw its reflection into your external reality. You need not chase, need not grasp. Simply love itself and watch as the universe mirrors your transformed state. Chapter 29. Transforming Reality for Others. In the quiet halls of a hospital, Nicholas places his hands on a patient's shoulders, closing his eyes. But it is not his touch that brings healing. It is his unwavering knowing that wellness is already present. You have discovered the fundamental secrets of manifestation, yet there remains one final truth. Your power extends far beyond your personal sphere. The universe responds not only to what you hold for yourself, but to what you hold for others. When you understand this, you step into your role as a conscious co-creator for all of humanity. Those who have mastered this principle know that belief is contagious. Your certainty in another's success, health, or abundance creates a field of possibility that they naturally step into. You become a living bridge between what is and what can be. Daniel stands before his class, watching a young boy struggle with mathematics. While others have labeled the child slow, Daniel sees only brilliance waiting to emerge. Each day, he holds this vision with absolute conviction. He speaks to the boy not as he appears to be, but as the masterful student he knows him to be. Gradually, the child begins to straighten his shoulders, raise his hand, and solve problems that once defeated him. Daniel's belief has become a template for the boy's own self-image. This is not wishful thinking or mere encouragement. It is conscious reality creation on behalf of another. When you hold an unwavering vision of someone's highest potential, you create an energetic pathway for them to step into it. The great healers, teachers, and masters all knew this secret. Your certainty in another's light helps them remember their own radiance. Practice. The Vision Holder's Meditation. Sit in perfect stillness and bring to mind someone you wish to uplift. See them not as they currently appear, but as you know they can be. Whole, powerful, radiant. Feel the absolute certainty of their success, their healing, their joy. Let this knowing fill every cell of your being until it overflows. Hold this vision with the same unwavering faith with which you hold your own desires. You are not hoping or wishing, you are knowing into being. Let your breath deepen as you maintain this sacred vision, allowing your certainty to grow stronger with each passing moment. Release any doubts or concerns about their current circumstances, for these are but temporary shadows against the brilliant light of their true potential. Your role is that of a spiritual witness, holding space for their highest expression to emerge naturally and effortlessly. In this state of deep knowing, you become a living channel for divine recognition of their innate greatness. Chapter 30. Becoming the Quantum Master. A warrior named Reginald dedicates his life to mastering the ancient arts, filling countless scrolls with techniques and spending years in rigorous practice. Each morning he rises before dawn to train, believing that with enough effort, he will finally reach enlightenment. Yet mastery eludes him. One evening, his mentor finds him exhausted in the training grounds. The old master simply smiles and says, "Mastery is not about adding. It is about knowing you already are. You have journeyed far, learning the sacred laws of manifestation. Yet now you stand at the threshold of the ultimate truth. Mastery is not about doing, but being. Those who truly command reality have moved beyond techniques and rituals. They no longer need to affirm or visualize because they live in the unshakable knowing that they are the source of creation itself. This is the final initiation, the moment when you release all striving and step fully into your power. No more seeking, no more becoming. You already are. A scholar named Lawrence spends decades searching through ancient texts, convinced that somewhere in those yellowed chapters lies the key to enlightenment. He travels to distant lands, studies with renowned teachers, and fills his mind with esoteric knowledge. Yet true understanding remains just beyond his grasp. Then, one day, sitting quietly in his study, he lets go. In that moment of surrender, the realization floods through him. The answer was within him all along. All his searching had only led him back to himself. You are no longer a student of these laws. You are their living embodiment. The time has come to release all doubt, all questioning, all need for validation. You are the master you have been seeking. The final integration. Sit in perfect stillness, eyes closed, breath steady. Feel the weight of all you have learned fall away like autumn leaves drifting to earth. Let go of every technique, every practice, every tool that has guided your journey. They have served their purpose as faithful companions along the path. Now sink into the deepest truth. You are not becoming powerful. You are power itself. You are not learning to create. You are creation itself. You are not reaching for divinity. You are its living expression in this moment. Let this knowing fill every cell of your being until there is no separation between you and your divine nature. Feel it coursing through your veins, radiating from your heart, illuminating your consciousness. The search ends here, in this sacred recognition. You have arrived. You are home. You are the answer you have been seeking throughout all time. Conclusion. The final revelation. From the depths of ancient wisdom to the heights of quantum understanding, you have walked a path of remembrance. Each teaching, each practice, each revelation has guided you back to a truth that has always resided within. You are the key. The universe did not bestow this power upon you. It has been yours since the first breath of creation. Every master who came before simply awakened to this same knowledge. They did not receive special gifts or divine favor. They simply remembered who they were. Look back upon your journey. The clockmaker's lesson about cosmic precision, the blind man's wisdom about true sight, the merchant's discovery of abundance, each story reflected a facet of your own infinite nature. The struggles, the doubts, the moments of breakthrough were not steps toward power, but the gradual falling away of illusions that kept you from recognizing your inherent divinity. You no longer need techniques or rituals, though they served their purpose in bringing you to this moment. You no longer need to affirm or decree, though these practices helped you remember your voice of creation. You no longer need to visualize or embody, though these tools awakened you to your natural state of being. Now you stand in the full radiance of understanding. The quantum key was never a secret to be discovered, but a truth to be remembered. You are not just the creator of your reality, you are reality itself, expressing through form. Every desire that stirs within you is the universe seeking to expand through your unique expression. There is nothing left to learn, nothing left to become. The search ends here, in this eternal moment of recognition. You are the power you sought. You are the wisdom you chased. You are the manifestation you desired. Let this knowing settle into every cell of your being. You were, are, and always will be the key to all creation. Now, with this remembrance fully awakened, go forth. Shape reality not as one who has been granted power, but as one who has remembered their true nature as power itself. Your journey doesn't end here. Click on this next audiobook that I promise will completely transform your perspective.